Get it?
No. Half the people who are watching this will not get it.
Those who are important will get this.
Those who get it aren't important because they're nerds. Nerds. You're a nerd if you get this.
So we just saw the most romantic Valentine's Day movie ever. In fact, it's now past Valentine's Day.
So romantic, I think we should celebrate International Women's Day right now.
Ready for... Sweetie, not in front of Bulbasaur.
If you subscribe to this channel, you will get International Women's Day celebration.
This is the R-rated vlog as well. There is no PG-13 cut of this vlog, I'm sorry to say.
Well, I better go, get my materials.
Yep. So yeah, Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
See, the funny thing is, this is still topical. Tonight the Force will awaken.
It's Valentine's Day after midnight. The Force is going to awaken.
My trolls are gonna have a field day with this vlog.
I know. I'm doing it mostly for them.
This is the woman I'm gonna marry.
If you think this should continue. Like and subscribe down there in the doobly-doo. What? It's
this is strangely appropriate for a Deadpool vlog, you realize. Everything we've been saying here. So yeah, Deadpool.
Yes. Oh god, Deadpool. It's exactly what I thought this was going to be. It's everything. There's only one thing that's wrong with this.
There's one thing that is
really
wrong
with it. And I don't care. And what's crazy is you said what was wrong, exactly what my friend Raph said.
Because we've been saying this all along since they announced that they were actually going to do this.
Yeah, because my friend Raph said the exact same thing you did, what was wrong with it, and you know what? I'm okay with it. This is my second time seeing it. Shout out to my Chicago friends who I saw it the first time with.
And that problem is, he doesn't acknowledge the Stan Lee cameo.
Stan Lee, Mr. Walt Disney of fucking Marvel, being a stripper announcer.
That is perfect casting right there.
Yes.
Right alongside when he was Hugh Hefner.
Yes.
How far Hugh Hefner has fallen.
Oh god. But yes,
I'd say he went from Hugh Hefner to Larry King to stripper announcer.
But oh god, so where do we start?
Well, let's of course start with non-spoiler material. This movie is hilarious.
Yes.
It is awesome. You should see it. I'm assuming you've already seen it, considering it is the highest grossing weekend for an R-rated movie.
In fact, we should just call this vlog action.
You've already seen it.
Yes. Basically, action, romantic comedy, superhero death movie.
Action movie.
I did say action. Action was the first word.
Did you? I'm sorry, sweetie. The mask is kind of cutting off circulation in my brain.
Dislike if you hate him talking about me.
No.
Dislike this video.
No, sweetie. That affects my YouTube stats.
Dislike this video if you hate it when Lewis corrects Viga.
I'm gonna tweet this.
Like this if you like Viga and everything you see in this circle here.
Yeah, I changed out because we actually had dinner before we went to see the movie, and we spilled a whole bunch of salad on my clothes.
That waitress.
I blame myself for this because I was handing it to her in kind of an awkward manner, so of course it was going to spill all over me.
But enough of that. More Deadpool.
Okay,
what's non-spoilery we could talk about?
Whatchamacallit? The structure of this movie is very interesting.
Oh, the structure.
For an origin stories in movies are usually follow the same basic structure. It's linear. It follows. We see them at their early days. We establish a character, then we go along. This is very much it's told until the final act. It's mostly in flashback.
Yeah, and just
based around a single action scene. And then we uncover parts of it as he flashes back to it until we get to the conclusion.
Yeah, around the halfway point is when the that stops, and then, the movie goes linear from there. But that was a perfect way to just establish who Wade Wilson is, who he likes, who he's friends with, what's his lifestyle like, and how he became Deadpool.
And frankly, it was very refreshing in that regard, because the problem with a lot of origin stories is that it feels like it's dragging, because you already know walking into this they're gonna put on the costume.
Yeah.
So starting us out in the costume, starting us out doing everything, that's the great part.
Yeah, and I felt like, heck, I'm watching the movie the second time. I was looking for other things than the first time. You just want to be entertained and stuff. And I learned a lot just by looking at the structure. Like, I learned something from Deadpool. Like, if you also learn stuff from Deadpool.
Educational right here.
But, yeah, also what I love is how they write in the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
How pretty much every other line is something funny, something hilarious. Bob's Burgers is good at that, too. When it comes to dialogue and
Deadpool
comedy.
has an Adventure Time watch.
I know, that was great. Just the way they placed the comedy, and they knew when to stop it, which was important.
Yep.
Because sometimes some comedies don't know when to not do it. Instead, they just do it continuously. Deadpool, this movie knew when not to do it. Namely, the big scene.
Yeah, the big dramatic reveal once he becomes Deadpool.
Yes. I'm trying to make this spoiler-free, but... yeah, that they knew what they were doing. Writers are amazing. The comedy is amazing. Holy crap. And the little animation is great.
Yep.
Little animation. Yes, there's animation in this.
Adorable, wonderful animations at just the right moment. It captures the spirit of the character perfectly. Really, the only thing that I would kind of like tilt my head at is, why did he suddenly gain the ability to break the fourth wall? But who cares? It's Deadpool.
Comics do that.
Yeah, but his origin is slightly different in the comics.
True, but he still breaks the fourth wall all the time.
Yeah, but that's because he's insane.
That's
why I'm saying, like, logically, the method that they use to transform into Deadpool, because again we're non-spoiler territory here, you could argue caused him brain damage, maybe.
Maybe, but you don't really think about that because this is a cool movie.
Yeah.
And Deadpool's awesome.
Like, it's really a minor critique in the grand scheme of things, but that's really,
If we're reaching that far for negatives,
yeah,
that just proves that this movie is great.
It doesn't overstay its welcome to. In fact, to me it felt very short, actually. Maybe it's because we're so used to mega blockbusters being like 2 hours long now.
Yeah, it was like, what? It clocked in at an hour and 40?
Hour and 40, or maybe an hour and 28 minutes. I can't remember one or the other. Basically, around an hour and a half.
Yeah, and it just didn't feel like it. Mostly because it's just paced so well. And that also has to do with its bare bone structure of pretty much, scene in cab, then action, then kind of origin, little action, more origin, then action, and then linear all the way to the end. That, man, when I was watching it the second time, I really thought about it. I was like, holy crap, I need to learn how to write like this. I need to learn how to write better in general.
Well.
Some movies you just watch and you're just like, how do I do that? I'm going to pick it apart and learn how they do it so I can try and do it. It kind of, movies like that just boost you creatively. I'm talking about Deadpool in this way. I blame my friend Jed for this. But anyway, can we go to non-spoiler now?
Let's move into spoiler territory now.
Holy shit! What's my name? What's my name?
Who frickin' cares?
Oh, God. He got his name from dish soap. Did you see the picture I shared on Facebook of the bottle of Ajax and then just tape covering it and then written Francis on it?
I did not.
I love it how I shared that. And then slowly throughout the weekend, more people just saying, I get it now, I get it now, I get it now.
It sets the mood right away perfectly by the opening credits. Because this is a movie that uses its opening credits sequence perfectly. And the thing is, well, we're getting better at having opening credits in movies in terms of like, having kind of action-y bits or at least some kind of story wraparound thing. We were talking about Alfred Hitchcock in line because there was pictures of him in the movie theater.
Yeah.
But one of the things that Hitchcock was always about was that opening credits should not just be like, text on a blank space. It should say something about the movie or connect to the movie in some capacity. So Psycho has really uneven lines, so implying that something is twisted and not right. Birds has birds flapping around everywhere is kind of foreshadowing for later on in the movie. In this case, it uses the opening credits to establish the kind of comedy of the movie right away. And an email just went off over there. And that comedy is fourth wall breaking. Starring the most handsome man in the world. Not even like giving names. It's just the most handsome man in the world. The comic relief. Some British guy as the villain.
A CG character. A moody teenager. An overhyped director.
Overhyped piece of crap.
The real heroes. The writers. Oh God!
See, no. What they should have done was the real heroes, the editor.
Oh God! Just from the get go, you just get zoomed into it. Plus, it was accompanied by that awesome CG turning around sequence of a scene that was coming up later.
Yep.
And then you got to see it in fast pace. Oh God, that was.
That was beautiful and superb and.
Then we get all the fourth wall breaking, kind of crisp high-fiving type of stuff.
They're really good. And stuff that, of course, was in the trailer. I'm still of the opinion of Green Lantern was not as bad as people say it was. I'm not sure what the hell their problem is, but whatever.
But I love the two references they did.
Yeah, the two references. I mean, there's one, of course, it's in all the trailers. The don't make my suit green or animated. But then there's like a photo.
A photo of Green Lantern. A photo of Ryan Reynolds on a cover, magazine cover.
My absolute favorite fourth wall breaking joke, though, is a toy of X-Men Origins Wolverine Deadpool, with Deadpool going over and saying, "This is my favorite," then clearing it aside and picking up a record for Wham.
No, it's Wham. They earned that exclamation.
They earned that exclamation.
Wham.
This Bernadette Peters Earth person I masturbate to. Lot of sex jokes.
Masturbating with a unicorn. I've known people like that. I've been to these brony conventions. It's a thing. I'm just taking pot shots at everyone today. Trolls, YouTube, bronies. What's next?
Great soundtrack for the movie, too.
Oh, God. Okay, so I was watching this with people, and then you got shoot, day, whoop. And then I looked around and realized, holy crap, half of you are younger than this song. I'm old.
Hi, Ellen Ripley in Alien 3. God, you're old. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, we love her.
That is such a hot topic name.
I'm almost dead certain that's an actual X-Men character. I need to look it up.
That's such a hot topic team.
Because there's like a million X-Men.
When you say that,
there's a million X-Men, and yet this big mansion only seems to have two of you. Almost like we couldn't afford any more X-Men.
Oh God, man! But another thing I love is his relationship with what was it, Vanessa?
Vanessa, yeah.
Yeah, his relationship with Vanessa. Just seeing it like pretty much.
They're like two jigsaw pieces, curvy around certain areas that fit together and reveal a larger picture.
They're soulmates.
That doesn't make any sense right now, but it will make perfect sense.
If you saw the movie, it makes sense. But yeah, I love their relationship. I love how they started with their banter on like pretty much a pissing contest on their freaking life. I love that. 45
minutes? All right. Balls go in the holes.
Oh, God, that was awesome.
That's smooth by him, too.
So what do we do now? How about cuddle? And then it's just, nah, it's not cuddling. See.
No. It's what I do with the remaining 30 seconds. Cuddle.
It wasn't cuddling. It wasn't cuddling. It's quite hot.
Colossus, pung.
Oh, the argument where
Colossus is great in this too, because Colossus is a big softie.
I love Colossus. How could you not like him?
He's very much like Dolph Lundgren in that regards. He's just a big Russian softie.
Oh man,
I misbreak you. There was a Dolph Lundgren commercial before the credits with like Dolph Lundgren like sitting down, I think it was like for Microsoft or something. I don't know what it was.
No, it was for some show, Brain something.
Yeah, some Brain thing on like the educational channel or entertainment channel or nature channel, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I have a degree in biochemistry, but of course no one sees that because I'm just so super strong.
Oh man. But
Dolph Lundgren, God, you're old.
But yeah, man, that was great. And did you notice what they were fighting on at the end?
Was that supposed to be the SHIELD helicarrier?
That was a downed helicarrier. I was waiting for you to... I was looking at you, seeing if you noticed.
I thought it was some kind of aircraft carrier.
I was looking at you, hoping you would notice, and I was like, nothing. I was like, God damn it, does he not know what a helicarrier
Well,
looks like?
it looked like... I kind of half thought that. I was like, no, it's not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It wouldn't make any sense. But then again...
Well, it's not a part of boxes.
Then again,
it's not
post-credit scene...
Oh,
what, do you expect Sam Jackson to show up here with an eye patch and a leather fetish?
Post-credit scene was an homage to freaking
Ferris Bueller. Because we all love Ferris Bueller.
Oh god, what else do we like about this movie? Because we're just jumping around right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's not much. Well, it's kind of how it works.
We're following the structure of the movie. God.
Stream of consciousness, very much.
Oh man, but dude, it's just there's nothing I would change. And even the most horrific parts were just horrible enough to make you feel like, oh god,
Bob.
What about Bob?
Bob, Agent of Hydra, shows up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get that reference.
I know, but in this case, it's Bob from was it Jersey? Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Bob from Jacksonville. Oh my god, I haven't seen you since TGIF. Because here's the thing, Bob is a recurring friend of Deadpool, and by that it means that Deadpool usually knocks him out or gets him into trouble and says, Bob, you gotta help me out here. Deadpool, I really don't want to. No, man, it's great, you gotta do this.
Lols.
And usually ends up with Bob getting hurt.
Of course. But yeah, like, what else I liked? Oh god, there's too much likes.
Blind Al.
Blind Al? Oh my god, I thought it was just gonna be that one cameo at first in the laundromat and then turn into a whole thing.
And what's funny is that we were both convinced that she was played by Nichelle Nichols. Now I haven't looked it up, but of course I'm pretty sure it isn't her.
But if it was,
damn, it really looked like her.
If it was, I'd be very happy.
I would be very happy.
You know
too.
what? My laptop's right there.
Go ahead. You look that up. I'll entertain the people.
Yes, do something crazy.
There.
Hey, why don't you play International Women's Day with that Bulbasaur?
All right, Bulbasaur, get on all fours here.
It's already on all fours. It's a freaking Bulbasaur.
That was the joke.
No.
Damn it, woman! You explained the joke away. It's all ruined now. I'm taking the mask off.
Good.
Good.
The mask makes no sense.
The mask makes perfect sense.
Whatever. The mask makes no sense. Yeah.
Very tight around the chin.
You know what else is tight around the chin? This is supposed to be a sex joke.
Too late. I'm going back to the vlog. Okay, what else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? Oh, she looks up to see who played Blind Al.
Leslie Uggams.
I know the name, but I'm having trouble placing anything else they've done. But yeah, the important thing is that very enjoyable. It felt true. It was entirely true to the character, like all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
It is not for children.
Do not just like don't show children this vlog. Don't show children that movie. Do not.
This is a movie for grown-ups. There's lots of nudity, lots of Ryan Reynolds ass.
I would not take my niece to this movie. I wouldn't want to take any of my little cousins to this movie. No one under the age of... Okay, I'd take a 15-year-old to this movie.
They made another Wolverine Origins Deadpool joke when he was strapped into the machine. And he's like, God, I wish we could sew your mouth shut.
Ugh. Ugh. Icky. I love the clever way.
In your teeth.
I love the clever way of how he got out of that.
Oh yes, I very much like that. Basically, he's stuck inside of an oxygen tube where they're altering the pressure and taking away and filtering out oxygen, basically to a state where it feels like he's constantly choking in order to cause an adrenaline rush and trigger his X gene. And the way he escapes is he managed to get a match away from the henchwoman Angel. I can't remember what her. I don't know
Angel.
who. Yeah, but I don't know who she's supposed to be equivalent to in the comics, because obviously Angel in the comics is different from that Angel.
It might be a film-only character.
That is a possibility. But in this case, it seems unlikely given the amount of Marvel characters they actually did include in the movie, and it would not be hard to find a super strong lady.
Now, is Francis in the comics?
I think maybe as Ajax, but the thing is, I'm almost dead certain he had nothing to do with the Weapon X program if he did. But in any event, she always carries around a matchstick in her mouth. So at one point, while she's restrapping him down, he headbutts her. But what we don't see is that he managed to grab the matchstick away with his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he spits it over to his hand. He manages to flick it on and puts it next to the vent for the oxygen. And of course, all you really need for fire is lots of oxygen.
Yes.
So when you are constantly changing pressure like that.
Yes. Oxygen and fire go boom. That is just so clever. I was really impressed by that.
Deadpool is very intelligent. He's just very crazy. And like I said, I'm not sure how. Maybe the constant changes of oxygen cause him brain damage, and that's what allows him to break the fourth wall.
I just like to think it's Pinkie Pie's type of rules. She just does it.
I like Barroom Friend. I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, guy from the bar?
Yeah, guy from the bar.
I forgot his name too.
I'd go with you, man, but
I don't want to.
I don't want to. He's just like, yeah, that's fair.
That was that one character, man.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the comics either, but I'm no expert. Marvel is really my my sore point when it comes to continuity stuff. I'm a DC guy.
And I'm a Marvel girl, but I haven't read that much Deadpool outside of Cable and Deadpool. Which, when that sequel with Cable and Deadpool, I'm ready. I am ready. Which
is awesome, by the way, especially because I wasn't expecting that. But people are already online talking about Deadpool, about how the second one they're hoping to have Cable in it. So
I am ready for this.
We're all ready for Cable, and hopefully they give him more dignity they have in the comics for his backstory. Because Cable's backstory, they made like at least 2 or 3 Rob Liefeld references in this movie.
Oh God! Like the first one was in the credits on the coffee cup.
Yep.
I was like, I lolled at that.
But then they have another one in the bar where it's like, hey, dude, Liefeld.
Liefeld. Oh God, man, what else about this movie? Oh God, I had something and it's gone. Crap. Quick, talk about stuff while I try and remember.
I like how the bar, everyone in the bar is like defending people, and you're just shaking your boobs around.
No, I was just shaking my body while I try and remember. And I'm kicking you off the couch, taking over your show, replacing you with this Bulbasaur. Just call it staff change. Now it's time for Viga and the Bulbasaur, starring me, Viga. Oh God, I expected you to come in with a Gary and the Horse thing.
Screwing it up, Viga.
It all comes around, Gary.
It all comes around, Viga. It all comes around.
Fuck you, horse. Fuck you.
We were tweeting about this earlier. We want a Gary and the Horse remake, but with Hal 9000 and Dave.
If you don't know what Gary and the Horse is,
look it up.
You see the search bar is right above there.
Well, not really, because this is going on Patreon first.
You're fucking it all up, Gary.
I don't like the way I don't like this kind of talk.
This is some radical shit. Well, fine. Once this is finally on YouTube, it's a search Gary and the Horse. But after you watch it and like and subscribe here. And if you're watching this on the website, then I don't know.
Now, you were saying before the movie that you were hoping you were wanting to get my opinion on a trailer.
Oh yes, the trailers, the first person trailer.
Oh, the first person trailer.
Hardcore Harry.
Hardcore Harry, which looked really damn good. Now, I'm a fan of found footage horror movies. And I love the gimmick of them.
And I'm a fan of trying to do something different. I mean, the first person thing, I've seen it done before in a Comedy Central short-lived show that I maybe watched once and thought it was stupid and turned it off. But seeing this in an action film context, this will be pretty interesting. The only way I would probably change it if I would make the character wear gloves all the time, so you have no idea what race they are. To make the viewer just kind of put themselves in. That
would be actually a really good idea. What's going to be very interesting about this is that I suspect it will be even more impressive because they're probably going to do the gimmick of making it look like it's all in one take. Obviously, some bits will not actually be like he'll probably get knocked out at 1 or 2 points, but like long sections where it's all done in real time.
Yeah, I want to support movies that does something a bit different.
Yes, and this is basically an evolution of the found footage concept. Because in found footage, the idea is that you're supposed to be coming at it from a first person perspective of the person holding the camera, but in this case, the person is the camera.
Yeah. Also, we got a trailer for The Purge, the election year.
Who's going to these movies?
What's so stupid is we discussed this while we were watching the trailer, how there are plans in case something like that happens to the... No, wait, I'm thinking about something else. Sorry, I'm thinking about that other presidential movie.
That's the other presidential movie.
Oh, well, The Purge is just stupid.
But The Purge is just stupid in general. It's just stupid. And even Nash was pointing out, the instant you have a single politician who points out this system is freaking stupid, then the entire damn system falls apart. But from the looks of the trailer, what's going to happen is that they're not going to say, no, this is stupid. They're just going to say, it's wrong.
And you know what? Some of the points brought up in that trailer, yes, if The Purge was real, that would be the case. But I'm glad The Purge isn't real,
The Purge is freaking stupid. The Purge is just stupid.
No one would do that.
No one would ever elect it. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, and that's the thing that's so irritating. Because apparently, the thing that's parroted a lot by defenders of it, or even the makers of it, is it just works. Which is like, no, it doesn't work because the system is freaking stupid, and it would make no sense to just. Who is going to see these movies and making them justify making sequels?
You are going to see this movie.
I would hope that my audience is smarter than that, but whatever. You like what you like, but this is stupid. I don't encourage going to see stupid movies.
I'm just blaming all of you who like The Purge. All of you.
But speaking of stupid movies, let's move on to the one you were talking about. London Falling, maybe? I can't remember.
London Bridge is falling down?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, God. So... It's, the president is...
Like a bunch of world leaders get killed during a peace summit or something.
And they're after the president now.
And basically it's Air Force One, but on the ground.
And it's like, okay, we have a system in place in case something like that happens. We have a line of secession.
Succession.
Secession
means they would leave.
Succession!
I'm just saying secession is really not the thing.
Dislike you hate it when Lewis goes against Viga.
Fair enough.
But okay, so we have a line of people.
Succession.
We have a line of in case something happens to the president, vice president. Something happens to the vice president, blah, 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 blah. This line is pretty long. It goes all the way down to, like, Department of Agriculture head or Department of Education head. Imagine if that happened and one of them got in charge. What the heck?
That happened in Battlestar Galactica.
Well, we're not Battlestar Galactica.
Like the education minister became the president, and which is really not the situation you want when you're fighting a genocidal war against evil robots.
Yeah, so basically we have that. Just to kind of end,
Plus she had cancer. But anyway.
Plus we could always make him not be president, put the vice president in charge, so
Yeah,
then it would be a non-issue.
That's the thing. 25th Amendment exists basically to remove the president from power in an emergency like this as immediately for the line of succession. And that's what happens in Air Force One. Basically, they say the president has been compromised, and since he can't give orders and he can't, and considering his family is in danger, we can't trust him to make these kind of decisions. Let's give it to the vice president and have them take care of it.
And yes, it would suck if the president was kidnapped and died and was killed.
Of course, the immediate way around this is and how you restore normalcy is the vice president who now became the president. Once the old president is safe again, you make them the vice president, resign, and then just switch it back around again.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah.
Even West Wing joked about this once when they were talking about security concerns about him, where he said, "I'm not going to the bunker. I'll go across the street, have my I'll give my resignation to the vice president and tell him to elect me as his vice president." It's that simple.
But yeah,
that's
stupid. But
yeah, the movie is stupid because basically the president is now on the run because in London, like half of London is now burning because of this terrorist attack. And at some point during the movie, because the trailer shows it, they say, "We have your president hostage," and we see he's a hostage, and it's like this is not a thing because the instant this happens, they will enact the 25th Amendment and force him out of office and have the vice president take over, and they've got a guy.
Well, remember, sometimes movies have to be stupid in order to work.
Not this stupid. I mean, there's fun stupid, and then there's just basic logic.
Yeah. But, and we got a trailer for...
If the movie is trying to present itself, I mean, let's face it, there are canon films, like Golden Globus kind of fare, Roger Corman kind of fare, where it's stupid, it knows it's stupid, and so you're just along for the ride for the fun. Versus this kind of movie, which takes itself seriously. And because it takes itself seriously and tries to present itself as serious, then okay, you want us to treat you seriously, we're going to treat you seriously. Here's the F on your report card because it's not because as if it was serious, it wouldn't have these problems.
Speaking of trying to be so serious, Suicide Squad.
That one has the opposite problem. It thinks it's being fun when really it's just being stupid.
Well,
it thinks it's edgy.
I'd break a nice purse. That's my favorite part of the trailer. Oh God!
Why is Harley Quinn? You pointed this out perfectly. Yeah. Why is Harley Quinn part? Actually, no. I know exactly why Harley Quinn is part of this because I know the plot. The plot probably involves the Joker doing something. Well, so she's there for tactical reasoning.
Well, yeah. Jared Leto's in the Joker.
Yeah.
While I'm not that interested in seeing the film itself, I do want to see how Jared Leto's going to do the role of Joker. But that's about it.
He's so intense.
I don't know. I want to see it, but I don't want to see it in theaters. And if we are going to see it, I want to do a vlog on it where we could at least bitch about it.
I really have zero faith in the DC cinematic universe, entirely.
Comment below if you want to see us bitch about Suicide Squad in a couple months.
It is entirely likely that Batman v Superman will be good. That Suicide Squad is actually as good as Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't even want to see Batman
v Superman, giant monsters all out attack.
I don't even want to see
You started doing the same thing I did.
I don't want to see that, but...
I'll see it because I know people will ask me about it and because I love punishing myself.
Comment below to see us not talk about Batman versus Superman. Or don't comment. In fact, that'll be the sign. That is. The sign from the internet gods.
So, of course, I can I'll just disable the comments then.
No! Evil!
But that way, no one will be able to comment, so I won't have to see it.
Bulbasaur cries.
Viga. Bulbasaur is a plush toy.
How dare you talk about our son? How dare you talk about our son that way?
I showed Viga the Scrubs clip from earlier. I reblogged this something. Lady, people are not chocolates.
Don't listen to them, Louis Jr.
So Twitch Plays Pokemon started up again.
Which is why Bulbasaur's here?
Oh, actually, it's because a fan was hoping that whatever vlog I did next, we would have Bulbasaur in again. So Bulbasaur is here now.
Baba.
Yes.
Baba. Bulbasaur likes Deadpool.
But yeah, Twitch Plays Pokemon Anniversary Crystal Edition, they picked Bulbasaur, which they were very wise to do so because Bulbasaur is the best.
Yes. And Bulbasaur also likes Deadpool.
Bulbasaur really liked Deadpool.
It
was very difficult sneaking him into the theater, but fortunately, I find ways of hiding objects in very uncomfortable ways.
Like how he had that ring pop?
Exactly. Which, God, I'm so thankful no one licked that.
Oh, God, you're right.
I am so thankful no one licked that.
You're right.
At least we know he's very clean. This is especially good because I'm wearing the Deathstroke mask. It's just perfect. I'm so in character right now.
I hope the automatic screen cap is me doing this. I'm pausing on it just so I can. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So, any other trailers? What else do we see?
That one with the brother who likes sports and is stupid and the
you know what? That actually looked halfway entertaining. Basically, like two kids, two brothers love each other. One is adopted, the other is not. One becomes like a super secret special spy. The other one becomes like a drunken sports idiot. And they eventually the idiot brother finds out what happened to his older brother, goes to see him, and of course he's involved in some big spy operation.
Yeah.
You know what? It was probably stupid. It's probably going to be stupid, but it looked entertaining.
Yeah, it's a little twist on the whole those type of movies. But it's Sacha Baron Cohen, so I'm just like, I'm just not a big fan.
Was there any other Marvel movies we got?
Nope.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, the only superhero movie we got was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, didn't even get the Civil War trailer. Which I've seen 1 billion times already, but so I would have expected.
At this point, should we just call it an Avengers 3? Because they got pretty much all the Avengers in it.
I can't wait to see that. We're seeing that together.
Oh, of course.
Hell, I might see that
because I like the Captain. Because frankly, I mean, as much as I liked Age of Ultron and I liked the original Avengers, but I really love both Captain America movies, and I think this is going to be good too.
Captain America movies are like the best in the MCU. I like them just as much as the Avenger movies. But yeah, more about Deadpool. What else about Deadpool that isn't just praise? Actually, no.
That's the problem. There isn't much else. But I suppose, okay, if I was going to criticize something, for the visceral reaction everyone had to his skin, honestly, I was expecting more for the makeup. Maybe exposed muscle tissue,
honestly,
or pustules or something like that.
Because hell,
he basically just looks like overbaked cheese.
He looked more woe under the mask in the comics than he did in the movie.
Yeah,
he kind of looked just like a burn victim, which
yeah, of course it would have a bit of a reaction, but the amount of oh god, you are a hideous monster to him.
Hell, when they took off the mask and in front of Vanessa, he looked more like just a wrinkly old guy. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, it maybe like burn away around the eyes to give him a slightly more skeletal look, or like missing flakes of skin kind of a deal.
Focus groups probably didn't like it if they did.
Yeah, that's why he wears the mask. Which, by the way, there's something about the fact that the mask actually hides his eyes, that they're completely white, that makes me so damn happy. I'm not sure why. I think it's because artistic license in comics, you just get away with having the covered up eyes, but it doesn't really work when you actually do it actually on a big screen. So actually having that detail of completely hiding the eyes, it looks great.
The only case of Youngblood's disease I will accept.
Well, even then, it's not even a case of Youngblood's disease. It's a case of it's supposed to have like a thing covering them.
I know. It's just whenever you see that, you always say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just great. I love how he slowly got the costume right.
That was an interesting thing. I'm almost dead certain that the all white look that he started out with was supposed to be a reference to Agent X. Now I am not. Like I said, Marvel is really my sore spot when it comes to comic continuity stuff. So I don't know exactly what Agent X's deal is, and I'm sure in the comments everyone's going to explain Agent X's deal. But as I understand it, like he was supposed to be Deadpool in the comics, but they ended up changing it at the last minute or something like that. But so like having that reference is awesome.
Yeah. lemon and water gets blood out, dumbass.
Oh, Blind Al is perfect.
Oh, God. I love how they would argue over IKEA furniture.
No! I told you we're having this thing right here.
Whatever those IKEA furniture's like names in Final Fantasy, it doesn't make sense.
Last time I bought something on Craigslist. Blind Al, I love you. Also, there's a kilo of cocaine in this place right next to a cure for blindness.
Are you touching me with a tiny hand?
I need you to leave me alone. It's gonna feel huge.
Oh, God. All the characters, man.
I love how everyone in the bar defended bar guy.
Well, he is the guy who passes out the cards and gives him beer. And, sets up the pool.
The Deadpool.
The Deadpool. I love how he got the name. Captain Deadpool.
I've got it. Deadpool. Captain Deadpool. What's funny is that technically, I suppose you could argue that this. I was talking about this too. I was hoping they would slip in a reference to the Clint Eastwood Deadpool movie, which is Harry Callahan. I can't remember the name of the series. You know the one, and it's the "Do You Feel Lucky" punk. That one.
God, you're old.
But yeah, so that's kind of a reference to it because part of the plot of that movie revolves around a celebrity Deadpool where people make bets on which celebrity's going to die on a thing. So in this case, the Deadpool is a bunch of mercenaries who operate out of this bar. Usually, they're like low-key mercenaries. They're like, we'll get this stalker to go away. We'll protect some people, that kind of a thing. And, of course, the Deadpool is who they bet is going to die on the next job.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Oh, God. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right.
Go see Deadpool.
Let's go celebrate all the holidays.
Let's go do that.